And welcome into Henneman Field. This is Aaron Surratt at Champaign County Sports. We are live for the first home football game of the season for your St. Thomas More Sabres. We're excited to bring hopefully 35 games over the next several months to you between volleyball, boys soccer, girls, and boys basketball as well. We'll have almost every home game. There are a couple that will have some conflicts, but you'll be able to find us here almost every time the Sabres are here. Again, our first hope would be that you're here at the game supporting the team, but if you can't be here, if you're out of town, or if you've got family out of town, we hope that you'll watch online. We hope maybe you'll go back and watch the stream later, even if you're here. We've got some sponsors that we'll thank as we go through the broadcast, but we're really excited to be here today. Dave Unger will be joining us here in just a little bit to provide the color commentary and keep stats for us. If you are new to 8-man football, there are a couple of subtle differences between 11-man football and 5-man football, 8-man football. One of those differences being the number of men on the line. So in 11-man football, you have to have 7 men on the line of scrimmage on offense before the play starts. With 8-man football, that number drops down to just 5. Also, we have a couple of fewer players on the field. Again, we obviously got 8 men on the field instead of 11. So on the offensive side of things, that means we have 2 fewer linemen and 1 fewer skill position player. Probably the other biggest challenge, if you're looking at the field and you're thinking that looks a little bit narrower than the field I'm used to seeing, that is accurate. So on a regular 11 standard football field, it's going to be 53 1/3 yards wide. Here for an 8-man football field, we're at more like 40 yards wide. And actually, while our cheerleaders are doing a little bit more, we're going to thank some of those sponsors, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
Take the lead. It's not like anything you've seen. Yeah, you best believe we are the answers to your dreams. We only guarantee we got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. You ain't seen nothing like this. You ain't seen nothing like this.
In sports, you always want to make the right decision. Good decisions lead to better plays, which leads to victory. When it comes to your garbage and recycling hauling, the right decision is Illini Recycling. Illini Recycling is also the reliable, local, family-owned choice. As longtime supporters of the High School of St. Thomas More, the Illini Recycling team is ready to serve your family's garbage and recycling hauling needs. If you haven't signed up already and live in Champaign, Savoy, Mahomet, or St. Joseph, head to their website, illinirecycling.com, to sign up. Good luck, Sabres!
People talk about their car being totaled. What about the driver? Are they totaled too? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law, and they're not going to let the insurance company total you out. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois. Holy Cross School in Champaign, Illinois is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Holy Cross Athletics. Holy Cross School is a faith-centered community fostering lives of service, integrity, and lifelong learning. Holy Cross has a legacy of faith and education to nurture today's learners for tomorrow's challenges. Holy Cross features a kindergarten readiness program for students as young as 3 through middle school and an aftercare program. Holy Cross is more than just a school, it's a community of believers supporting each child as they navigate life. We are Holy Cross.
And And welcome back to Henneman Field. Again, we want to thank those sponsors who were here early on. One of the things you might see a little bit later, if you are interested in advertising on the broadcast, we are still accepting sponsors for the 26-27 season. So if you're interested, you like what we're doing, please reach out and we'll be happy to get you connected, and we'll get you on air the next chance we get. I had a chance to catch up, at least via email, with Coach Matthews before tonight's contest. And I asked him a couple of questions just to help get me familiar with the team, and we'll share a little bit of that here with you all, so that if you're new to the team or if you're new to STM football. So one of the questions that I asked Coach was what were some of the goals that he had for the season. So thinking not necessarily just about wins and losses, because if we look at last year's record, the Sabres were 2-7. It's a little bit of a rebuilding year. If we think about the roster for 2026, it's definitely a young team. There's just one senior on this squad, and that's going to be Ryan Roselle. So I asked Coach, what are some of the goals that he had? And so, like any good coach, Coach Matthews talked about that it's not just about football, right? It's about teaching these young men how to be good men, how to be great individuals, and then eventually great football players. And I asked him, that's great. Goals, every coach has goals, but how do you evaluate, goals like that, especially some that are a little bit more abstract? And so what he's hoping to see from his players, especially as they grow throughout the season, is how they handle the little things. Think about how they prepare for games. When new situations arise, how do they deal with that growing in maturity, both in football and in life? When new concepts show up, when they're on offense or defense and the other team throws something at them that they haven't seen before, maybe they didn't prepare for, something they haven't seen on film, how do they handle those types of situations? And then development, physicality, having a presence on the field that is befitting of a team that's going to win, right? And again, this is a team that, again, we may expect to see grow throughout the season. We'll see what happens today. I've looked at some of the names on the roster, and though they're young, there's a lot of talent here on this squad. One of the other questions I asked Coach was think about the identity of the team. Every team that's successful tries to have something that's true every time they step onto the court or the field. And in football in particular, you want to have an offensive and a defensive identity. And so I asked Coach, what are they trying to do on offense? What are they trying to be? And so he had three things. He wanted to be quick, he wanted to be controlled, and he wanted to be multiple this year. And so that, I think, means want to have players that play within themselves, don't try to do too much, and then being multiple, having people that can do multiple different things and have different ways that they can impact the football game. And then on defense, Coach specifically mentioned that he wanted to control the line of scrimmage. He wanted to prevent the other team from running the ball a lot and support that with a solid second level. The other thing that he noted was that the defensive backfield is very quick and they have great hands. So hopefully what that translates into is control the line of scrimmage on first and second down, get the offense on their heels a little bit in those third and long type of situations. They may play into the strength of his defense with that speed and quickness and the good hands out in the secondary. Another question that I asked Coach was, who are some of the players that we could be looking forward to seeing a lot of on the field? Every player is important. Every player has a role. Even if they're not out on the field, they're helping at practice. They're helping their teammates get better, and they're learning, right? And so that even if they don't have a big on-field role this year, they might next year. But I asked Coach, who are we going to see a lot of? Whose names might Dave and I be calling and talking about during the game? And so I also asked kind of along with that, who needs to play well in order for the team to have the type of success that they're hoping to have? And on offense, Coach Matthews specifically mentioned Sam Horn and Sam Kleesner as a couple of guys who need to play well. Sam Horn is going to be your quarterback, and he checks in at 6'3", 180 pounds, and he is a junior. Sam Kleesner is 6'2", 155 pounds, and he is also a junior. So a couple of juniors on the squad. Actually, those are the only 2 juniors that I see on the roster here. I already mentioned Ryan Roselle, and that was one of the folks that Coach Matthews specifically mentioned on defense. Ryan Roselle, again, the lone senior on this squad. And then Ashton Hill as another person playing linebacker that they need to play well in order to have the success that they're hoping to have. Ashton is going to be number 10 on your program. He's 5'8", 220 pounds, and he is a sophomore. And again, he's going to play on that linebacker position. And thinking, going back to offense for just a minute, Horn and Kleesner, one of the things that Coach Matthews mentioned is they have great control of the offense and the team as a whole. So I think, they're 2 of the 3 most senior players on the team, and so that kind of signifies to me that they are leaders, and there's probably a good chance that they're captains. And we'll see that here in a little bit when we get to the coin toss. So, again, it's a young team. If we look at the roster, again, one senior, 2 juniors, 6 sophomores, and the rest freshmen. On the plus side, there are a good number of freshmen out for the squad. I count about 10 freshmen on the team. So, and some of those are folks that we, if you followed middle school athletics at all, there's some names in there that you are familiar with. J.P. Phillips, Charlie Young, Tegan Monahan, Nick Krebs, right? So there's some talent down there at that freshman level, but they're young, they're inexperienced, they haven't played probably a whole lot of football, and definitely not at the high school level. Then the last question that I asked Coach before the game that I want to mention, who, if you did follow the team last year, who is somebody that surprised between the end of last season and the beginning of this season before tonight? Who's somebody that really improved and is going to have maybe a bigger role than if you had just watched last year you would have expected to have for this season? And the person that he mentioned specifically was Joey Fulgione. Again, he's one of those freshmen, and Joey's 5'10", 180 pounds, going to be playing some guard and defensive end. And then he also mentioned Ryan Roselle. Again, that one senior that they have on the squad. Said he was really impressive in 5-on-5 scrimmages, and he's become really instinctive and is handling things really well on the field. And again, that's one of the things that you're looking for from your seniors, is that they have those instincts and kind of lead by example, lead on the field. So I want to thank Coach Matthews for sharing that information with us. Again, gave us a little something to chat about today. We chatted via email, and if we can make the schedules line up, I think we're going to hopefully chat via Zoom a little bit later in the week and hopefully get that interview out on YouTube for you all to watch later this week. And then we'll be back in a couple of weeks, I think, for homecoming. I think that's the next home game, and homecoming is pretty early this year. And with that, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to thank some more of those sponsors we appreciate, and we'll be back in just a little bit here on Champaign County Sports.
Have you been hurt? Are your medical bills skyrocketing? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law. They'll get you the compensation you deserve. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois.
If you're enjoying today's broadcast and are interested in becoming a supporter of Champaign County Sports, and you want your company's logo and commercial to be featured on our next broadcast, scan the QR code on the left to learn more. You can advertise for any or all of the fall and winter sports: football, volleyball, boys soccer, and boys and girls basketball. You can find our fall and winter schedule by clicking the QR code on the right. If you have questions, call or text Aaron at 630-921-1609 or email him at suratcoaching@gmail.com.
Bought a rental property. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Late night calls, rent collections, paperwork, all of it. Not what you thought. Neves Group Property Management wants to take away your stress. We specialize in residential property management in Champaign, Urbana, on and off campus, Rantoul, Mahomet, and surrounding communities. Visit our website at nevesgroup.com or give us a call at 217-377-8850. Let the professionals take over and take care of it all.
When was the last time you had your teeth cleaned? Have you been grinding your teeth at night, or is your snoring keeping your partner awake at night? Book an appointment with CU Dentist for that dental checkup or to address your grinding or snoring. CU Dentists utilize state-of-the-art technology and cutting-edge techniques that give you the precise solution for your dental needs. With locations in Champaign on Springfield and Rantoul on Grove, CU Dentist can fit your busy schedule. Go to dentistchampaign.com to schedule your appointment today. We all have it. That list of things you want done around the house. Finding someone to do it is overwhelming, and you just don't want to be ripped off. Black Diamond Maintenance is your go-to honey-do list guy. Want that big mirror hung up? Bathroom refresh? Want a new coat of paint in the living room? We are your guy. The list of what we can do is endless. Champaign, Urbana, Rantoul, Mahomet, and surrounding communities. Give us a call for your free estimate. 217-216-8293. Let our guys be your guy.
And welcome back to Henneman Field, home of your Sabres. And we've got a couple minutes here before we get to the national anthem. Let's do a quick preview on Peoria Heights and their roster. While STM is a very young roster, Peoria Heights has a very experienced roster right off the top. I see about half a dozen, maybe 7 seniors on their roster. Look at that junior squad, looking at about 7 or 8 juniors as well. More like 4 or 5 freshmen and just a couple of 4 or 5 sophomores and just a couple of freshmen. So can't say for sure who's going to be important on the Peoria Heights side. But they have a more experienced crew, and they're going to be coached by Jake Smith. He's got a bevy of assistant coaches there: Peyton Wilson, Adrian Smith, Justin Redditch, Brad Chapai, Sam Morgan, Jacob Edwards, and Edwin Yaki. And again, we'll see who ends up being important for them. Again, we know a couple of the important folks here for STM after that lovely email from Coach. Also, want to mention the assistant coaches for St. Thomas More. We're going to have David Willis, Nick Brown, Jeff Wilson, Marcus Truss, Jason Brown, and JJ Smith. JJ, an alum and a graduate of St. Thomas More. I'm pretty sure he was an all-stater last year. JJ back to help out with that, help with those linemen controlling that line. We've got just about 10 minutes left here before the start of the game. Looks like we're going to maybe have the coin toss here in a minute. We'll know who's going to start the game with the ball here shortly. Got the Sabres lined up on their side of the field. We're about 5 minutes away from that national anthem. Again, we want to thank some of those sponsors. We'll thank them verbally here too as well. We want to thank the high school of St. Thomas More, Holy Cross School. Want to thank fine folks at Alina Recycling, CU Dentists, Champaign Gymnastics Academy, Neves Property Group, Black Diamond Maintenance, Stegman Laws. We got a bunch of folks who are helping us out. And again, if you enjoy the broadcast tonight, if you're watching it later in particular, we've got a slide that's going to have the schedule. We've got a slide that, or QR code that has the schedule that we're going to be broadcasting for the rest of the season. We've also got a QR code that has a link to come out and get connected with us if you are interested in advertising. So we got the captains heading out for the coin toss, and it looks like we're going to have Sam Horn, Ryan Roselle, and Sam Kleesner. So we mentioned those 3 upperclassmen as likely captains, and that turned out to be true. Checking on the Peoria Heights side for those Patriots, I think I saw Maddox Callister. I think I saw 25. Yep, he's out there. Callister is a 5'10", 180-pound junior. Plays quarterback and linebacker. We'll try to catch some of those other numbers are a little bit obscured right now. But we're getting that quick recap of the ground rules. Again, this is pretty straightforward.
If you are a former athlete, male or female, why not get back in the game?
So Got our officials out there. Let's see if we have our officials tonight. We got those here. We're going to have Dean Margot. We're going to have Mike Mosier, Spiro Hayes, Warren Cushenberry, and Dan Malone. Those are your officials for tonight. And after the coin toss, looks like Peoria Heights won the toss. Looks like they deferred their choice to the second half, and that means the Sabres will take the ball in the first half. Those are the captains over there for Peoria Heights. I see 77 Crew Shaver, number 1 Ishmael Burton, and the last one Caden Bowles. So Burton is a 6'2", 160-pound senior. Going to play some tight end and linebacker. Those other captains we had. Crew Shaver, again, he's a 6'2", 260-pound lineman. He's going to play offensive and defensive line. All right, looks like we are ready for our prayer and our national anthem. We'll be back in just a little bit here on Champaign County Sports.
We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. It's not like anything you've seen. Yeah, you best believe. We are the answers to your dreams. We only guarantee. We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. You ain't seen nothing like this. You ain't seen nothing like this.
In sports, you always want to make the right decision. Good decisions lead to better plays, which leads to victory. When it comes to your garbage and recycling hauling, the right decision is Illini Recycling. Illini Recycling is also the reliable, local, family-owned choice. As longtime supporters of the High School of St. Thomas More, the Illini Recycling team is ready to serve your family's garbage and recycling hauling needs. If you haven't signed up already and live in Champaign, Savoy, Mahomet, or St. Joseph, head to their website, IlliniRecycling.com, to sign up. Good luck, Sabres!
People talk about their car being totaled. What about the driver? Are they totaled too? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law, and they're not going to let the insurance company total you out. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois. Holy Cross School in Champaign, Illinois is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Holy Cross Athletics. Holy Cross School is a faith-centered community fostering lives of service, integrity, and lifelong learning. Holy Cross has a legacy of faith and education to nurture today's learners for tomorrow's challenges. Holy Cross features a kindergarten readiness program for students as young as 3 through middle school and an aftercare program. Holy Cross is more than just a school, it's a community of believers supporting each child as they navigate life. We are Holy Cross. Have you been hurt? Are your medical bills skyrocketing? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law. They'll get you the compensation you deserve. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois.
And welcome back to Hinneman Field. We are just a couple of minutes away from kickoff. Supposed to start here in just about 5 minutes. Looks like we might be getting started just a little bit early. And here come your Sabres out for the kickoff. Looks like we got Sam Kleesner and Jameer Woods heading back deep to receive that kickoff. Got a variety of Sabres out there to block for him, including the number that I don't have, so I'll have to figure out who number 12 is. But Peoria Heights is going to kick off for us. I see Crew Shaver out there for Patriots. Looks like he might be your kicker. Also see Ishmael Burton, Charles Anderson, a variety of folks out there. Sabres now going to come up just a little bit. Oh, they're going to do an onside kick. It's not going to go 10 yards. And so that will be a penalty.
Attempt for the onside kick. Doesn't go.
And
10 yards.
since it doesn't go 10 yards, then Gaston will take possession there where it just kind of died.
First and 10 for the Sabres.
And so out, starting lineup, at least for, well, we'll get all the starters eventually, but I see Charlie Young out there at a guard type position. See Drew Stark. And again, Sam Horn is going to play quarterback. Receiver in motion, going to hand it off. It's going to be up the middle. It's going to be Kleesner. Kleesner.
There we go. Kleesner. 9.
Looks like going to get about 9 yards there. Started on the drive, started on the 42.
About 9. The second one, STM.
The second and 1 for the Sabres. Sabres going to go with some tempo. This time it's going to be Horn to pass. He's going to go out to the right. It's going to be complete. Looks like that was Nick Krebs.
Out there to number 4, Nick Krebs.
That'll be a first down for the Sabres.
First down.
Ball's on the 28 for the Sabres. Looks like we got J.P. Phillips in there at an end position. So Horn. And that's going to be Woods in motion. Looks like Horn kept it himself. Nope. Beg your pardon, as a handoff to Kleesner. Kleesner looks like he got about 4.
Second down and 6, STM.
Second down and 6 on the Patriots 25. We're going to have some subs come on in. Chase Harmon makes his way in. He was number 12. I think we got Ashton Hill in there as well. Krebs out wide to the left. Horn in the gun. Kleesner to his right. Krebs in motion. And they hand it off up the middle to Kleesner. Kleesner looks like he doesn't get much. Just got back to the line of scrimmage. We got a flag. Got a face mask on the Patriots.
Be an automatic first down.
And get Joshua and Jameer out there. Joshua and Jameer.
So that should be a 15-yard penalty. No, they're doing a 5-yard penalty. So apparently, and I didn't know this, Dave, but in high school we still have the inadvertent versus the personal foul type face mask.
Only a 5-yard variety, so bring up second
It's
and
like
3.
second and 3. So 5-yard penalty.
We got to do it ready.
Woods out there. He's in the slot. Krebs to the right. High snap. Fumble. Gets it back. Horn's just going to keep it himself. He's going to take it down.
That's OD, isn't it?
That'll be a first down.
Sam Horn picks up the bad snap. Able to gain
Got about
about
8.
5 yards. Get up for a Sabre. First
Hey, no,
down.
Get Texas right. Get Texas right.
We're going to call that a gain of 4, I think, based on where that was. Looks like the sticks just went to the 19.
We got 20 seconds left, coach.
Horn takes a snap. It's kind of high again. Now he's going to go up the middle. Evades one tackle. He's down to the 10, down to the 5.
There we go. Let's go.
It's going to be very close to a first down.
Sam Horn again, the ball carrier.
Tegan
Picked up of about
Tegan and Ashton.
Going to give Horn 9. That's close enough that they probably could measure. Oh, they're going to call it a first down.
First and goal for your Sabres.
First and goal for the Sabres. In that offensive line, got Young, Stark. Yeah, I'm still trying to catch that last number at that guard position.
No.
I think that's Fulgione.
Ashton not in the right place. He's not at tight end. I don't know why he's not at tight end.
In the gun. Handed off to Kleesner.
There we
Kleesner
go. Touchdown, baby.
across the
There we go.
line for a Sabres touchdown.
Boom.
Cleveland ball carrier. Picked up for a Sabre. Touchdown.
Nice job there by Kleesner. He was met.
No. Near right, run it again. Near right, run it again. 4.
Sabres have the opportunity to go for 1 or 2 here.
Get Asher in the right place. Put him at tight end, put Nick right behind him.
Looks like they're going to go for 2. Trying to get organized. Horn in the gun, takes the snap, hands it off to Kleesner. He's met in the backfield, but he powers through, and the try is good.
Two-point conversion.
Excellent first drive there for the Sabres.
Patriots 0.
Our score, Sabres 8, Patriots 0. We'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be back in just a minute here on Champaign County Sports.
If you're enjoying today's broadcast and are interested in becoming a supporter of Champaign County Sports and you want your company's logo and commercial to be featured on our next broadcast, scan the QR code on the left to learn more. You can advertise for any or all of the fall and winter sports: football, volleyball, boys soccer, and boys and girls basketball. You can find our fall and winter schedule by clicking the QR code on the right. If you have questions, call or text Aaron at 630-921-1609 or email him at suratcoaching@gmail.com.
We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. It's not like anything you've seen. Yeah, you best believe. We are the answers to your dreams. We only guarantee. We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead.
Patriots with a tight formation. First handoff, gonna be good for about 7 yards or so. It looks like that was Braden Parnell with his first carry on the night. Call that a gain of 6. Second and 4 for the Sabres. Field conditions are a little bit slippery out there. It looks like Maddox Callister is the quarterback.
Get the ball,
Loose ball. So a fumbled snap, and that fumble will go to Callister, technically. So the negative yardage goes to him. DeAndre Mack was able to get on the ball.
Joshua Walker of the Sabres.
Joshua Walker in there on defense makes the stop.
3rd and 10. Peoria Heights.
Sets up a 3rd and 10 for the Patriots.
Hey, tell him, solo.
On the offensive line out there, I see Shaver, Chapai. I'm trying to catch the last one. Might have been Ethan Brooks.
Solo.
Callister in the gun. It's going to be a handoff. Going to go to the right side. That's not going to be a first down. Gain of about 6. Got back to that line of scrimmage they had a minute ago. That was DeAndre Mack on the carry. Sets up 4th down.
Pick up of 7 will be 4th down and 3 for the Patriots.
This is one of those new analytics places where a lot of times you go for it. Callister in the gun. Patriots look like they're going for it here. The snap, they're going to hand it off. I think that's Mack again. Mack's through the line on the right side. He's got some space. It's going to be tough to catch. But it looks like Alec Holland, chasing him down from behind. Let's see.
Number 1, Alec Holland of the Sabres
7.
with a touchdown saving tackle.
Looks like 58, 59. Oh, I can't. I don't know. They split on the 5.
13 and 45.
Maybe about 55 yards.
58, I think. Call it 58.
58.
Because I think they're on the 37.
Oh, yeah, I was looking up at the board on the 40. You're right. Looking back at the sticks.
We'll get there. It's the first game for everybody.
Yeah, he got it.
So 1st and goal for the Patriots. Sabres need to come up with a goal line stand here. 2nd and 12. Give or take. 12 or 13. Horn in the gun. Woods in motion. Gonna give it straight up the middle to Kleesner. Kleesner kind of gets back to where he was. Back to that original line of scrimmage. Picks up about 3.
Texas right arm. Texas right arm.
3 or 4. 3rd down and long for the Sabres. This is one of those places where we've seen Horn attempt 1 pass. Got it out to Krebs along that right boundary. Now have to see if the Sabres have something drawn up for long down a distance here. Horn in the gun, takes a snap. He's going to roll right. He sees some open space. He's just going to run for it. He's going to have a 1st down. And he gets out to the 30, so that's a gain of about
12 yards. Good enough for
12 yards.
1st down.
1st and 10 for the Sabres. Around the 30. Nice awareness by Horn to see that space and just take it. Have that confidence in himself that he could beat 1 man to get that 1st down. 3 minutes left here in this 1st quarter. That's Krebs in motion. Oh.
Nick!
And that's unfortunate. Kind of a false start on the Sabres. I'm assuming there that that was a call to go on 2. And a little brain break for the freshman. Makes it 1st and 15 for the Sabres. JP Phillips going to come on.
Green go. Green go.
Woods is going to go wide right over with Krebs. Phillips and Kleesner to the left. Horn pressured, cuts back. Now he's in real trouble. He's going to, now he held on to it. That was probably the better decision.
Where's the blocking?
Sack
Where's
for the
blocking?
Patriots. Only a loss of 2. There were a couple of bad things that could have happened there that Sam Horn made sure didn't happen. He didn't make a bad decision to just throw it out into no man's land, and he also held on to it well enough to make sure that it wasn't a fumble. 2nd and about 17 for the Sabres. Horn again in that shotgun, looking for some help. Throws it across the middle to Phillips. And he couldn't quite bring it in. It was behind him just a little bit. That falls to the ground.
Hey, Chicago left. Chicago left, green. A4.
Long 3rd down for the Sabres,
They
3rd and
beat
17.
Charlie off the edge.
They are beating Charlie off the edge.
3rd and long.
Just running straight past Charlie.
This is one of those situations, Dave, where you just don't want to make a big mistake.
No, they still have control of the game on the scoreboard. It's still a lot of time to go, so keep playing at their pace here, but hopefully looking to see him air something out here to try to make this up.
Threw it across. Oh, that's going to be intercepted.
Let's go!
Interception there by Jackson Hayworth.
Horns pass.
It went through the hands. It was a little bit behind Woods, I think. And Woods got 2 hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. And then it was just easy pickings, unfortunately, for Hayworth. We talked about not making a mistake on 3rd and long, and unfortunately there it was. So that'll set the Patriots up. Really good field position, 1st and 10 from the Sabres. 27. It's going to be up the middle now to the left, broke outside. Again, that's going to be Mack. DeAndre Mack, gain of about 8.
Pickup of about 8.
2nd and 2 for the Patriots. Phillips in. Sam Horn taking a little break.
Tell him go tank, go tank. Tell him go tank.
It's one of the times when you want to at least have a neutral play, maybe a negative play. Set up a longer third down here. Callister under center. Gives it the first man through. That's Parnell. Brady Parnell.
Parnell, the ball carrier. Brought down by Alec Holland, number
Picked
1
up
for the
about
Sabres. Good enough for a Patriots
7.
first down.
Gonna be 1st and 10 from the 11. So Patriots technically have the ability to get a first down without scoring a touchdown here.
Tatum, Tank, Storm.
Just crossed under 25 seconds now in the first quarter. Patriots have to run
Tell
one
Josh
play
to
here.
get
Callister in the gun. Second man through, that's Parnell again.
What
He's going to gain of about 7 or 8. We'll see exactly where they spot it.
Parnell, the ball carrier. Brought down by number 6.
I'll call it
Jameer
7.
Woods.
It's going to be 2nd down and 3
Jameer getting that-
at
getting
the
that
4.
tackle. It should be the linebacker and safety.
And that's the end of quarter number 1.
At the end of the first
Your Sabres
quarter,
on top by a score of 8-0
with your Sabres
over the
leading
Patriots from Peoria Heights. We'll be back in just a little bit
8-0.
with more from Henneman Field.
You ain't seen nothing like this. You ain't seen nothing like this.
In sports, you always want to make the right decision. Good decisions lead to better plays, which leads to victory. When it comes to your garbage and recycling hauling, the right decision is Illini Recycling. Illini Recycling is also the reliable, local, family-owned choice. As longtime supporters of the High School of St. Thomas More, the Illini Recycling team is ready to serve your family's garbage and recycling hauling needs. If you haven't signed up already and live in Champaign, Savoy, Mahomet, or St. Joseph, head to their website, IlliniRecycling.com, to sign up. Good luck, Sabres!
People talk about their car being totaled. What about the driver? Are they totaled too? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law, and they're not going to let the insurance company total you out. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois.
And welcome back to Henneman Field. Where your Sabres are on top 8-0, but they are in a challenging situation here with 2nd and 3 right up next to the goal line. Dave, what did you notice from that first quarter?
Well, both teams certainly have very athletic running backs that they can turn to, whether it's Kleesner on STM, Parnell doing the majority of the work for Peoria Heights. So it looks like it's going to be a matter of whose defensive line can actually put up some blocking and keep those guys to short yardage or even hold them right there. But right now, both defensive lines have been pretty porous so far.
One of the challenges that I saw there on offense for the Sabres is the pass protection was not as good as I think the coaches would have hoped. All right, 2nd and 3, Callister in the gun. He's going to keep it. He's going to go right. That's a nice stop. Going to keep him just short of the goal line. So they're going to give, let's go 3-yard gain. 1st and goal from the 1. And it looks, we got an injured player for the Sabres, and that looks like Fulgione to me. And so with that, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back in just a minute.
Holy Cross School in Champaign, Illinois is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Holy Cross Athletics. Holy Cross School is a faith-centered community fostering lives of service, integrity, and lifelong learning. Holy Cross has a legacy of faith and education to nurture today's learners for tomorrow's challenges. Holy Cross features a kindergarten readiness program for students as young as 3 through middle school and an aftercare program. Holy Cross is more than just a school, it's a community of believers supporting each child as they navigate life. We are Holy Cross.
And welcome back. And just a quick correction, that was Sam Krebs. It looks like he's a little gimpy. Looks like he's probably going to be okay. 1st and goal, though, for the Patriots. It's going to be the first man through. He's
Yes.
not going to get
Nope.
there. Nice penetration by the Sabres.
What?
Ashton Hill. Oh, they're going to call that a touchdown.
Mm.
He must have stuck that ball out when I couldn't see it.
Number 4, Parnell in for the Patriots. Touchdown.
So a 1-yard score. And I think that was Brady Parnell with that score. First man through. Now for the point after try.
Indy.
Down 8-2, one would presume that the Patriots would go for 2 as well.
Squeeze.
Callister in the gun. Oh, it's a bad snap. He fell on it. And that'll be, the try is going to be no good. And so, Sabres will retain their lead, 8-6.
Yeah, it is coming.
Got a little bit of work to do. Keep that lead strong. We'll be back in just a minute here on Champaign County Sports.
Have you been hurt? Are your medical bills skyrocketing? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law. They'll get you the compensation you deserve. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois.
If you're enjoying today's broadcast and are interested in becoming a supporter of Champaign County Sports and you want your company's logo and commercial to be featured on our next broadcast, scan the QR code on the left to learn more. You can advertise for any or all of the fall and winter sports: football, volleyball, boys soccer, and boys and girls basketball. You can find our fall and winter schedule by clicking the QR code on the right. If you have questions, call or text Aaron at 630-921-1609 or email him at suratcoaching@gmail.com.
And welcome back to Henneman Field. Again, your Sabres are on top, 8-6, 11:32 left here in this second quarter.
To comment on the 2-point conversions, that's pretty common in 8-man. They tend not to have the roster depth to have someone devoted to kicking, place kicking field goals. So that'll be pretty common throughout most of the season and most of our opponents.
And kickoff is going to be Jackson. There's a scramble down there for it.
Yeah. Just go twins left.
I think
King.
the Sabres are going to come away with that.
Ball covered by the
Looks
Sabres.
like it was probably
Get Jameer out there. He's fine.
Ashton Hill, I think, who came away with that football.
First and 10.
It'll be first and 10 for the Sabres at their own 41.
Let's hear it, Sabre fans.
8-6 lead. Looking to put a drive together, give that defense a little break. They didn't have much of a break between the first and second possessions. Sabres trying to get organized. Skill players out there. I see Woods, Phillips, Krebs, Warren, and Kleesner. And it's going to be Kleesner right up the middle.
There we
Forces
go,
some
Kleesner.
contact, and he's going to get about 8.5 yards there. We'll call it 8. Second and 2.
Twins right.
Nice job there by Sam Kleesner. Met that linebacker in the hole and took him for a ride. Second and 2 at the 49 for the Sabres. Horn in the shotgun. Snap from Stark. He's going to keep it. He's going to go left. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he could have made one man miss, he would have had a lot of room there to the left side. It's going to be dragged down by the Patriots.
Be third down.
Z2.
It looked like that was Brooks and Burton.
CC right red. Z2
Call it a loss of 1, I think, actually.
Horn showing some impressive strength. Like, I don't know that we've seen a single opponent take him down. It usually takes 2 or 3 guys. So he's got the composure to just keep it going forward, going down when they force him to, but otherwise being very stable with the ball.
Sabres look like they're a little bit confused on the alignment here. It's going to be Walker in motion. They're going to hand it to Kleesner. Kleesner up the middle. Oh, and he fumbled. Patriots say they have it, and they do. Costly mistake for the Sabres. Looks like Peyton Hetty recovered that fumble. Not quite sure who forced it. It's going to be first and 10 for the Patriots from their own 49. We talked about wanting a long drive, maybe get some of those defensive-only players a little bit of a break.
Tank, squeeze,
Unfortunately, that did
Joshua
not
Jameer,
happen,
contain.
and they're right back out there. Looks like Japai's in at center for the Patriots. It's going to be the right side, and that's going to be
Come on, Jameer,
West.
it's your side.
Sorry, Mack.
There you go.
DeAndre Mack. Gain of about 4.
Ball carrier. Pick up a 5.
2nd and 6.
Why isn't the D-line penetrating? Come on.
Sabres with some substitutions. See J.P. Phillips
They
heading
just
on.
belly dancing. Let's go.
Woods coming off. This is when you need a defensive lineman or a linebacker to make a play. Make it a negative play. Make it a nice 3rd and long. Callister under center. Going to get the second man through. That's going to be Mack. Mack's got a big hole. He's on the right side. He's going to be pushed out of bounds by Horn. That's a big gainer.
The ball carrier for a big gain.
Looks like that's going to be a gain of about 13 yards for Mack. Mack gets some space along that right side. He really moves. Again, Krebs looks like he's a little limited. He went back out for the start of this drive, but he's going to get a sub again. I think that's S.J. Norwood, maybe, that's out there.
They are blitzing. They supposed to be blitzing.
Callister now going to be in the gun.
Tell them solo,
He's got Parnell
solo.
to his left. Out wide, Anderson and Mack.
Come on, y'all.
Went up the middle to Parnell. Parnell is going to pick up about 8.
Parnell, the ball carrier, brought down by 6.
We'll call it 7.
Joe Fulgioni.
Fulgioni with the tackle. 2nd and 3 for the Patriots.
Pick up a 7.
Sabres really need to find a momentum changer. Woods was going to sub in, but it was a little bit too late, so he decided to come back.
Solo.
Tell Alex to get in the middle. Tell Alex to get in the middle. Oh, yeah.
Trips
Watch the
left.
screen.
Burton, Anderson, and Purnell. Now they're going to throw it out that way.
There we go. Nice.
Incomplete pass. It was right in the breadbasket for Charles Anderson.
Good job, Joshua.
He made the classic mistake of trying to run with the ball before he caught it, though, and it's an incomplete pass, 3rd and 3.
3 for the Patriots.
That's one of those mistakes that now you got to hope you can really take advantage of. Get a stop here and get the ball back. This is where that defensive front, Ryan Roselle, S.J. Norwood, you guys got to get some penetration.
Go to Tank.
Stop that
Tank,
ball carrier in
Tank,
the backfield.
Send them off.
Callister's going to go right, and it's going to be Mack again. Big hole. Fights through a tackle, and he's going to be down to the 8. So a gain of 15 for DeAndre Mack.
They've done about a half dozen of those cross-ups in the backfield with Parnell and Mack. All but once, it's gone to Mack out there onto that right side, and so hopefully that's something we can pick up. And pretty much every time he runs, he's outside. Parnell is inside every time, so hopefully they can pick something up from that and maybe cause a stop a lot earlier than, 6-7 yards deep.
Sit them off. Tell them squeeze.
1st and goal for the Patriots from the 10. This is going to be Parnell. He went right this time. He's going to get about 7. It's going to be, no, they're going to call that 6. We'll call that 6. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. 2nd down and goal from the 4.
They're getting pushed back.
It's 2nd down and goal from the 4.
The left side of the Sabres defense is struggling just a little bit right now. Looks like Krebs and Roselle. 2nd and goal, 6:30 left to play in this 2nd quarter. Callister, he's going to keep it. There's the penetration we've been looking for. Nice job there by Ashton Hill.
Down behind the line for a Sabre sack by number 10, Ashton Hill.
Be a loss of 4, loss of 3. Loss of 3 there for Callister on the keeper. Did it once, now you got to do it 2 more times, though. Keep the Patriots out of the end zone.
Loss of about 3 on the play.
Hey, it's the same
Full
thing.
Gioni and Woods out there on that left side of that Sabres defense now. Coming left side is Burton. And that's going to be a motion. Oh, that's a nice play. Nice read
Pass complete.
there by Sam Horn. We're going to have a motion penalty, but I would be shocked if we don't decline this one. Going to be a motion penalty on the Patriots. It's going to be declined, and it's going to be 4th down. So that'll be a loss of
Come on, y'all. Let's get this stop, man.
a loss of 5. So 4th and goal from the 12.
Hey, tell them solo on the outside, on the receivers, and
Well, now we've got a little bit of discussion. I think the official went to the original line of scrimmage, not where the tackle was made. One thing to remember, this is probably the first game of the season for the officials, too. So cut them a little bit of slack. They'll get it figured out, I think. Although that looks like they're marking off a penalty that we didn't accept.
yeah.
Either way. Although I think that's the spot. I think that it was about the 13. Now we're going to have a timeout. First timeout of the first half by the Patriots. We'll be back in just a minute on Champaign County Sports.
Hey, coach, tell them.
Bought a rental property. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Late night calls, rent collections, paperwork, all of it. Not what you thought. Neves Group Property Management wants to take away your stress. We specialize in residential property management in Champaign, Urbana, on and off campus, Rantoul, Mahomet, and surrounding communities. Visit our website at nevesgroup.com or give us a call at 217-377-8850. Let the professionals take over and take care of it all.
When was the last time you had your teeth cleaned? Have you been grinding your teeth at night, or is your snoring keeping your partner awake at night? Book an appointment with CU Dentist for that dental checkup or to address your grinding or snoring. CU Dentists utilize state-of-the-art technology and cutting-edge techniques that give you the precise solution for your dental needs. With locations in Champaign on Springfield and Rantoul on Grove, CU Dentist can fit your busy schedule. Go to dentistchampaign.com to schedule your appointment today.
Watch the screen.
And we're back. 4th and goal from the 13 for the Patriots. Got trips to the right. That could have been a motion penalty, but they didn't call it. And unfortunate for the Sabres, it was a pass to Burton, and it was caught. Oh, I do see a flag down here now.
Yeah, one who caught the pass looked like he was the one who jumped.
So that's a really interested to hear this official's conversation. But it sounds like they might be calling a celebration penalty, not the motion penalty.
Yeah, based on where the flag is instead of at the line being way out there.
Also saw some players signifying, oh, they're going to call a face mask. So the touchdown is good.
Play was good for Patriots touchdown.
So that's a touchdown for Ishmael Burton on the pass from Callister. And I don't know if our official is supposed to have a microphone or not, but we can't hear him if he is. No, no microphone. He just looked at us like he had a microphone. Like he expected us to hear him. Maybe we just want to make sure Coach Matthews knew what the situation was. But either way, looks like our score is going to be 12-8. They're going to call that a personal foul face mask, it looks like to me. So I assume that gets him forced on the kickoff based on the ball being at the 3 for the point after try.
Hey.
Callister under center.
Squeeze.
Went to the second man through. The ball came loose.
Thank you. Come on.
Not exactly sure what happened there. I lost track of the ball, but either way, the try was no good. So our score is going to be Peoria Heights Patriots 12, Sabres 8. We'll be back in just a minute on Champaign County Sports.
We all have it. That list of things you want done around the house. Finding someone to do it is overwhelming, and you just don't want to be ripped off. Black Diamond Maintenance is your go-to honey-do list guy. Want that big mirror hung up? Bathroom refresh? Want a new coat of paint in the living room? We are your guy. The list of what we can do is endless. Champaign, Urbana, Rantoul, Mahomet, and surrounding communities. Give us a call for your free estimate. 217-216-8293. Let our guys be your guy.
And welcome back to Henneman Field. We have 5 minutes and 26 seconds left here in this second quarter. Sabres took an early lead, but have given up, had a couple of turnovers in a row and given up a couple of touchdowns on defense to the Patriots. So Dave, what are you looking for to see the momentum change here?
Just a steady ball control drive. Nothing flashy, just doing what they have been doing, but doing a better job of controlling the ball. Maybe spread them out a little bit more and give Kleesner some time away from having to shoulder the whole load. But milking most of these 5 minutes to get up the field and get one more score to take the lead before we go in for half.
Shaver with the kickoff. It's going to go all the way into the end zone and out. That'll be a touchback. That 15-yard penalty, that personal foul was assessed on the kickoff, so they kicked off from the 45 of the Sabres. So that will be, that'll bring the ball out to the 25. Sorry, the ball comes out to the, the 25. Just kidding, the 20. First and 10 for the Sabres from the 20. It looks like the Sabres have made a change on the offensive line. Charlie Young not in the game. Different guard over there. They're going to go wide with a pass. It's going to be out to Sawyer Sampson. It's complete. Oh, sorry, that was 5. That was Kleesner. Based on where the chain crew is and that down marker, yeah, we'll call it a gain of 4, I think. Yeah. So 2nd and 6. Just crossed under 5 minutes. Horn in the shotgun. Snap, just gonna hand off to Kleesner. Kleesner up the middle, he makes one man miss. And he makes another man miss. Nice job by Kleesner. He's gonna be out to the 31. 36. Missed a yard marker there, so a gain of 12 for Sam Kleesner. That's what you're talking about, Dave. A little ball control, a little bit of hole. Nice first down.
And it feels like on one of these, Kleesner, he sheds a guy, but then there's another guy to meet him. Sheds a guy, another guy. One of these, he's going to rip off that second or third touch and just go
the distance. Horn, back to pass. He's going to roll left. Looks like he's going to keep it. He's going to run now. And it looks, he stepped out of bounds at the 40.
Horn with the keeper.
So that'll be a gain of 4 for Kleesner. It was a nice job.
Horn.
Sorry, Horn. Thank you. You see, there was a second that Horn thought about letting that ball fly. Discretion being the better part of valor. Kept it himself.
Not so bad to get a clock stoppage here if they're going to be taking it 5 yards at a time. It'll still give them some juice to make it before halftime.
Walker in motion. Hand off to Kleesner. Kleesner is going to lose 2.
3rd down and 8. STN.
3rd down and 8 for the Sabres. 3:45 left to play in quarter number 2. Get some changes in here for the Sabres. Still Horn at quarterback from the gun. Snap. Oh, now he's in trouble. He's looking for help. He's looking for help from anybody. No help to be found. It's going to be Callister and Ethan Brooks on the sack. That's going to be a big loss. That's going to be a loss of about 10. So it'll be 3rd and 18 for the Sabres. And the Sabres call a timeout, so we'll take a short break. We'll be back in just a minute here on Champaign County Sports.
We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. It's not like anything you've seen. Yeah, you best believe. We are the answers to your dreams. We only guarantee. We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead.
And welcome back to Hinneman Field. We've got 3 minutes. Sabres just suffered a big sack, and it looks like they're going to punt. I think that's going to be Horn back there to punt for the Sabres. Looks like DeAndre Mack back to return it for the Patriots. We got Sabres have 9 men on the field here. JP Hill's going to run off, so we've only got 8, so that's good. Oh, that's not a great punt.
Oh my God.
That was Horn with a punt. It was a little bit of a shank, and it's only going to go, I think it's going to net 5 or 6 yards.
Wow, come on, Horn.
I'm going to go with a net of 4 yards, actually, on that punt. And so with 2:52 to play, Patriots have the ball 1st and 10 from the Sabres 31.
Sabres fans, let's hear it for your defense here. We need a little help.
This is one of those moments where a stop here to keep it at a 1-score game could be really, really important.
It could be something really to build off of, too, and the defense hasn't had a lot of great moments yet, but here's an opportunity for greatness.
Callister hands off to Parnell, rather. Parnell with a nice gain up the left side.
Parnell, the ball carrier, brought down by 22, Ryan Roselle.
Looks like it's going to be a gain of about 6, maybe 2nd and 4.
There's no one in the backfield.
Good news for the Sabres there was they kept him in bounds, and the clock is still running. 2:22 left in the 2nd quarter. Sam Krebs looks like, I think it's an ankle. Looks like it's bothering him. Still got a little bit of a struggle. Callister now down under center. Mack and ball loose. And I think the Sabres recovered.
And
that's going to be Sam Krebs, even with that bum ankle. Notice the loose ball. 1st down for your Sabres. Sometimes you force a mistake, and sometimes you just have to take advantage of the other team's mistake, and we'll take a loose ball any day.
Absolutely, yeah, and they're both fumble recoveries. The first one when they were pressing for a score back in the 1st quarter within 10 yards, and this one when it feels like all the momentum is going Peoria's way. Sam Krebs comes up big for him.
All right, 2:03 left to play. Ball is on the 26 for the Sabres. 1st and 10. Like to find a way to get a score here before half and take the lead. That's Horn. He's going to go to Krebs. Krebs with the catch.
Stay on your feet.
Looks like it'll be a gain of about 7.
Horn's pass complete to number 4, Nick Krebs.
We'll call it 7. 2nd and 3. It's a gain really of about 6.5. Clock runs. We got 2 minutes. Sorry, minute 36 left in this 1st half. Got to move with some tempo. Horn in the shotgun. Snap. Protection's a little better. Now he's going to go left, and that's Kleesner. Kleesner's got some space. Oh, he broke a tackle. He's on the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Sam Kleesner. You called it, Dave. He was going to break one eventually. A score of 68 yards. Horn to Kleesner. Sabres on top, 14-12.
Just amazing, like at the waist, at the knees, but up, and I did not see him being able to pull away on the sideline there, but yeah, he found a second gear, and wow, impressive run by Kleesner.
Nice job by Salmon. It wasn't the longest pass ever, but that ball was perfectly on target there by Horn, which is what also enables all of that to happen. Now the point after try. Horn, he's going to go in the middle. Looks like, I think that's going to be short. He went to Woods, and it was a little bit short. But that's all right. We needed the momentum change. We talked about that, getting that stop. We talked about getting the score. Sabres responded with both. And so with 1:16 to go in the first half, Sabres 14, Patriots 12. We'll be back in just a minute.
Sports, you always want to make the right decision. Good decisions lead to better plays, which leads to victory. When it comes to your garbage and recycling hauling, the right decision is Illini Recycling. Illini Recycling is also the reliable, local, family-owned choice. As longtime supporters of the High School of St. Thomas More, the Illini Recycling team is ready to serve your family's garbage and recycling hauling needs. If you haven't signed up already and live in Champaign, Savoy, Mahomet, or St. Joseph, head to their website, IlliniRecycling.com, to sign up. Good luck, Sabres!
All right, we are back here at Henneman Field. Your Sabres are up 14-12. Dave, that was just all the things that we were hoping for before halftime just happened.
Absolutely, and Horn there in the pocket, he doesn't look like, as a quarterback, he's trying to do anything flashy. He's trying to find the open guys, short yardage, and then let them do the rest of the work. And so, yeah, I would say, except for that 1 2-point conversion we just saw where he threw into double coverage, every other pass he's made gives STM a chance, and that's what is making it work for them so far, even only by 2, but that steady nature from their QB is just going to continue to pay dividends for the offense.
All right, Horn makes the TD pass. Now he's going to kick it off, and that's a nice line drive kick. A nice catch there by Hetty. He's going to go the right. Oh, he broke through. Peyton Hetty with a big return. Touchdown saving tackle by Joey Fulgione.
Why are they not standing in lanes?
Brought down by number 65, Joey Fulgione. After a long
So with
return,
1:05 left to play, Sabres now have a little bit of work to do.
They're going to
Ball returned to the 38 of the Sabres.
Joshua and Jameer stay on the edge, go tank. Josh and Jameer stay, contain the edge.
Big series here for the Sabres. If you can find a way to keep them off the scoreboard, you can go into halftime with the lead. Krebs, again, a little bit gimpy. S.J. Norwood's going to go out there and take that nose tackle position.
Yeah, we were just here, so hopefully STM can rally together again and just make a stop here over the next 1:05.
Burton out wide to the left. Anderson out wide right. And looks like Peoria Heights is going to call a timeout. They didn't seem like they were as organized as they wanted to be, so we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
People talk about their car being totaled. What about the driver? Are they totaled too? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law, and they're not going to let the insurance company total you out. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois.
And we're back with our last 65 seconds of first half action. I mentioned off air that head coach Jake Smith for Peoria Heights, I think this is his first year as head coach, so that might be part of the reason for slight confusion. Callister's going to go from the shotgun. Anderson on the wing to the left. Parnell in the backfield with him. I'm going to hand it up middle to Parnell. That was a nice job. I think S.J. Norwood Coaches for Peoria Heights wanted a face mask, but I'm pretty sure that was a shoulder pad that he grabbed.
Absolutely it was.
So that would be a loss of 2. Got a hand on him.
I think he was the second one in. I think you're right that it was Norwood who grabbed the pad, and then Roselle finished it up because they hadn't quite whistled it yet. Wanted to make sure that they weren't allowing a second chance, but they stopped him at forward motion.
It's second down, despite what the down marker across the way says. Oh, there they go. They noticed. They fixed it. It's Callister. Oh, we got a flag. It's going to be a false start on the Patriots. Now,
The offense, that'll move them back 5 yards.
that'll make it 2nd and 17 from the 45. 23.1 seconds left.
Hey, yeah, go Cloud. Cover 3, cover 3. Egypt Cloud, yeah.
It's going to be one shot.
Coach Matthews talked about the DBs being one of his strengths. See, it looks like they're going to just run this clock out. Nope, it's going to be a play action pass. Go the right side, it's complete to Mack.
Let's wrap it up. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Going to be a timeout. I think, yeah, Peoria Heights has one timeout left.
Brought down by number 10, Ashton Hill.
Ashton Hill on the tackle. It's going to be a gain of 7.
Third down, Peoria
Gets it down to
Heights.
the 38.
Patriots.
3rd down and 7. Down to distance really don't matter. What matters here is the 2 seconds left on the clock. And we'll just keep it right here. So Dave, what you don't want to have happen here is what happened to the Bears 2 years ago.
Right.
No Jaden Daniels. Let's just hope the DB is not out celebrating before the play starts.
No.
Again, big play here. Want to see the Sabres get into halftime with the lead. Probably going to send 3 or 4 guys really deep, and the goal is just bat it down.
But, I mean, for as much success as they've had, especially from Mack, you wouldn't want to let him get past the first level at the line and then just work in more of an open field. So that secondary still has to keep an eye on the line of scrimmage as well, just in case they're trying to send from the backfield. But it's a throw.
It's a deep pass, and that's Horn. Horn's going to pick it off. Nice job by Sam Horn. Nice. He read that pass the whole way. So Sam Horn with the interception. And that'll take us to halftime. We'll be back in just a few minutes with some stats and thoughts here from Henneman Field. Your halftime score, St. Thomas More Sabres 14, Peoria Heights Patriots 12.
Your Sabres 14.
Holy Cross School in Champaign, Illinois is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Holy Cross Athletics. Holy Cross School is a faith-centered community fostering lives of service, integrity, and lifelong learning. Holy Cross has a legacy of faith and education to nurture today's learners for tomorrow's challenges. Holy Cross features a kindergarten readiness program for students as young as 3 through middle school and an aftercare program. Holy Cross is more than just a school, it's a community of believers supporting each child as they navigate life. We are Holy Cross.
We'll bring it back and we'll let you guys enjoy the halftime show. We'll talk about stats here in just a minute.
Have you been hurt? Are your medical bills skyrocketing? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law. They'll get you the compensation you deserve. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois.
If you're enjoying today's broadcast and are interested in becoming a supporter of Champaign County sports and you want your company's logo and commercial to be featured on our next broadcast, scan the QR code on the left to learn more. You can advertise for any or all of the fall and winter sports: football, volleyball, boys soccer, and boys and girls basketball. You can find our fall and winter schedule by clicking the QR code on the right. If you have questions, call or text Aaron at 630-921-1609 or email him at suratcoaching@gmail.com.
We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. It's not like anything you've seen. Yeah, you best believe. We are the answers to your dreams. We only guarantee. We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. You ain't seen nothing like this. You ain't seen nothing like this.
And welcome back to Henneman Field, where your Sabres are on top 14-12. Dave, you got the stats there. Run us through what you got here at halftime.
Sure, we got for STM on offense, we've got Kleesner, 9 rushes for 42 yards. Sam Horn, 7 rushes for 18. Some of that is just from getting stuck in the backfield from some good pressure with Peoria. But yeah, our 2 scores for STM are Kleesner's run in the first quarter and then that monster pass, just breaking tackles on the sideline and running it actually, I take that back. I did not include Kleesner's rushing yards in that. So with that 68-yard scamper, that brought him up over 100 so far at 108. Apologies.
Well, that was a pass, right?
Oh, that's right. I do have it on the pass. Sorry. All right, so reset there. So he also had 2 catches for a total of 72 yards. Krebs also had a couple of catches for, I should clarify, that's Nick Krebs for 2 receptions for 11 yards. But then back to Kleesner, who's doing the bulk of the work for STM. He had the run and the reception for the 2 scores. Also a 2-point conversion on a run after the first score. On the Peoria Heights side, as you heard their names being called again and again, it's Parnell and Mack out of the backfield. 7 rushes, 41 yards for Parnell. 8 rushes, 106 yards for Mack. Most of that coming off of that 58-yard run back in the first quarter. A couple of receptions, only 2, 1 for Burton and 1 for Mark, totaling 20 yards of reception for Peoria Heights thus far. Both teams are trying to do a better job of taking control of the ball, but Peoria Heights has 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and the interception to end the first half. And STM has had 1 fumble and 1 interception. But as we've seen, it feels almost like the STM turnovers were more valuable to them, and where Peoria Heights was really moving on the ball or was within 10 yards of scoring. So it feels kind of like whoever can just continue to try to stay disciplined on defense will end up having more success, because right now they're both kind of chipping away on offense. Both have 1 big play. But, yeah, like with most things, it's the defense that's going to dictate what happens. If either team can plug up that line and hold either Kleesner on the STM side or Mack in particular on the Peoria Heights side, that's going to spell success in the second half.
I think you're absolutely right. I think as we kind of think about things, and I think about if I were Coach Matthews, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to get the ball in Sam Kleesner's hands any way that I can, but especially in space, right? Sam has done a nice job breaking tackles. He's worked through some contact up the middle. But if we can find a way to get him the ball in space, I think he's going to spell a lot of trouble for the Patriots. On the other change that they made, we kind of just noticed a little bit. The pass protection early on was a bit of a challenge for STM, and so they made a switch. I'm not sure who went in, but they changed the offensive line a little bit to get a little bit more quickness in there. And I think that has given Sam Horn a little bit more time to find a receiver, which I think is important. But when Peoria Heights has made mistakes, STM's capitalized, right? So there's the 2 fumbles that they recovered. the interception at the end of the half doesn't really impact things too much. But, you know, if that pass goes through Sam's hands, and I think it was Burton, if Burton catches that, nobody else is going to stop him, right? So you still have to take advantage of those opportunities when they show up.
Yeah, and you were right. Like, Sam had a better read on it. It looked also like Callister just didn't have the arm behind it to get as far out as Burton was on that. But otherwise, yeah, both teams' secondaries have played it steady. We are not seeing them being terribly challenged too much by either Horn on STM or Callister for Peoria. But, yeah, we can hear the coaches up here in the press box, too, especially the STM side, and they are preaching, like, wrap them up, like, control the line. You keep hearing them say things like squeeze, squeeze. They want to try to do a better job of containing Mack on the inside or keeping Parnell before getting out into that next 5 to 10 yards.
Yeah, I think the line of scrimmage is going to be one of the biggest keys, in this second half. Whichever team can hold the line of scrimmage on defense and run the ball effectively on offense is going to be the team that's going to come out on top. I mean, it's technically a 2-point game. Your Sabres are on top, but for all intents and purposes, this is really a 0-0 game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, to give out some flowers, as the kids would say, like, I would say both quarterbacks have played within themselves. They've both done a very good job controlling what they know their offense is capable of. The running backs have obviously been the stars, so they're just handing it off and letting those guys shine, but then taking care of these little passes when their team needs it. So, yeah, it's like, essentially the broken record here at the halftime. It's the defense. Like where are we going to see some stars there? And certainly, who's 65 again? Is it Fulgione?
Fulgione.
Fulgione is how you pronounce it. So, yeah, he's had some big plays, even things that aren't maybe getting lauded as, it's a turnover. I mean, he does have one fumble recovery thus far, but he is providing, I think, the steadiest presence for STM on defense right now. Whenever it's getting near him, he's doing a fairly good job of containing things. So if he can continue to lead the rest of his team to swarm in when that ball is getting out there, then hopefully STM's defense can also take the lead over Peoria and maybe cause a little bit more havoc for Parnell and Mack in particular.
I think you're right, and I think the biggest halftime adjustment, if I'm Coach Matthews, is that left side of his defense, and and it's the big plays have been Mack going right for the most part.
Yep.
And so I don't know if that's adjusting the scheme, if it's shifting gaps. I don't know if it's maybe a shift in personnel, right? But finding somebody that can create a little bit of pressure in the backfield on the defense's left side, that would go a long way. And that's kind of what we saw on the last drive, right? Right before the fumble, there were a couple of plays where they got penetration in the backfield on the left side. Those plays didn't go anywhere. So I think that's the thing. We've got to find a way to get just a little bit of penetration on that left side, push them out wide, and then get those safeties and quarterbacks. They've got to support the run, right? Like they've got to come up and they've got to keep the 5-yard gain from becoming a 15-yard gain.
Right. And without overcommitting. I mean, STM has the bigger challenge of having 2 backs to keep an eye on. So if they press too much to the left to try to take that really disadvantage for them so far, then they might just expose more in the middle and leave those linebackers without any slowdown from the line. But yeah, so testament kept it even. Like you said, it's essentially 0-0. Kleesner only coming off once in a while for a spell, but playing both sides and having to do the full load out of the backfield. Maybe we'll see Coach Matthews mix something in that they haven't seen yet, or run a scheme that does a switch or a cross like Peoria's been doing. But yeah, if they can hold steady, if these offenses are both holding steady, then it'll be exciting to see which defense might be able to cause some havoc and take it over.
When you're right, Dave, like you can't overcommit to that left side, because what Peoria Heights could do is, Callister's ran the ball a couple of times and he looks like he's got some athleticism. So the counter to that, if they start overloading that left side, is Callister fakes it and just keeps it and goes left, right? So you're absolutely right that you can't overcommit just because the big plays have been going that way. You can't create a new hole somewhere else as you're plugging the first one.
Right.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, and you bringing up Callister, like I said, I keep there in that last monologue was like, well, like Kleesner's doing all Kleesner, but Sam has broke it off for, 7 rushes so far and given STM that backup when they've needed it. So we could very well see him tear something off again and again here in the second half.
All right, we're going to take another short break before we come back with third quarter action here at Henneman Field, your home of the Sabres.
In sports, you always want to make the right decision. Good decisions lead to better plays, which leads to victory. When it comes to your garbage and recycling hauling, the right decision is Illini Recycling. Illini Recycling is also the reliable, local, family-owned choice. As longtime supporters of the High School of St. Thomas More, the Illini Recycling team is ready to serve your family's garbage and recycling hauling needs. If you haven't signed up already and live in Champaign, Savoy, Mahomet, or St. Joseph, head to their website, IlliniRecycling.com, to sign up. Good luck, Sabres!
People talk about their car being totaled. What about the driver? Are they totaled too? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law, and they're not going to let the insurance company total you out. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois. Holy Cross School in Champaign, Illinois is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Holy Cross Athletics. Holy Cross School is a faith-centered community fostering lives of service, integrity, and lifelong learning. Holy Cross has a legacy of faith and education to nurture today's learners for tomorrow's challenges. Holy Cross features a kindergarten readiness program for students as young as 3 through middle school and an aftercare program. Holy Cross is more than just a school, it's a community of believers supporting each child as they navigate life. We are Holy Cross.
And welcome back to Henneman Field. We are just about 35 seconds away from third quarter action. Both teams trying to get those last minute dynamic stretches in before we kick off here for the second half. I don't think you can quite see him here on screen, but Sam Krebs does still appear to be struggling a little bit with that ankle or calf. I'm not entirely sure. Looks like maybe it's a calf. It looked like he's trying to get stretched out a little bit there, so maybe he'll be okay here in the second half. And maybe just figure out where the best place to utilize him over the next 24 minutes.
Football fans, we're going to do one last call for the 50-50, and then we're going to draw again.
Put 3 more minutes here on this clock.
362-9038.
Put another 3 minutes.
362-9038.
But a nice first half there for the Sabres. Took advantage of the mistakes that the Patriots made. For Sam Kleesner. Sam Horn with a couple of nice on-time passes. Nick Krebs doing a nice job getting in there, getting a couple of catches for a freshman. I think the other thing that maybe just a little bit for the Sabres here in the second half. Horn had more time to pass, especially the latter 2/3 of the second quarter. And even if it's just the threat of the pass, I think that might open up a little bit more space for Kleesner and just might make things a little bit easier for him to run the ball, spread things out just a little bit. See if we can get J.P. Phillips a catch out there, maybe get Jameer Woods. Woods looks like he's got some speed if he can get the ball in space as well. So we'll see. We'll see what the second half brings here for the Sabres. But A lot of things to be happy about, especially for a young team. Again, just one senior, Ryan Roselle, just 2 juniors, Sam Squared, Sam Horn and Sam Kleesner. Otherwise, everybody else that we're talking about, sophomores and freshmen folks. So for as young a squad as this is, that was an excellent first half of football. A couple of small mistakes. But the other thing that, again, doesn't maybe show up necessarily on the stat sheet, Dave, you talked about Sam Horn in particular playing within himself. There were a couple of times he was under pressure, and you've got 3 options, right? And the best option when you're under big pressure is to find a way to get rid of the ball for an incomplete pass, right? So you just lose the down, nothing else bad happens. Yeah. Option 2 is to, what's that? Option 2 is to take a sack. Again, that's kind of that middle option, but if you can take the sack but not have a turnover, again, there are worse things, right? What you really don't want to do is lob it up there and have it picked off for an interception. So, again, in the grand scheme of things, Sam has made some really good decisions, and he's avoided the big mistake, right? That's, I think, the biggest thing. All right, we are ready for second half action here at Henneman Field. Sabres receive the kickoff for the first half, so they'll be kicking off for half number 2. It'll be Sam Horn to kick off again. Last kickoff had a big return for Peyton Hetty. He's going to have a much harder time of it this time. That ball's going to die at about the 1.
Grab it! What?
Oh.
What are they doing? No,
I'm interested. I don't know what happened there.
Don't stop the play. It's our ball.
Since it didn't go into the end zone, I thought it was a live ball.
It is, yeah, it's.
Give us the ball back.
Hetty picked it up. He stood there and looked at the oncoming Sabres, then picked it up and basically immediately dropped it.
It's not a punt where, like, not touching it means the ball will just lie dead there. The kicking team has the opportunity to pick that up and take possession.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know why Joshua stopped and looked
Again,
at the ball anyway either. Go grab the ball.
It's the first game for the players. It's the first game for us. It's the first game for the officials.
Well, of all the things that could have happened, this is still like a really good situation. It means that they've got 99 yards to go.
Right. They're putting, looks like they're putting it down at the 2. So not to belabor the point, but 98 yards. Still, it's a really long way to go. And the Sabres are in a really good spot. Make a big play, make a negative play here. You can get 2 points of your own. And Coach Matthews is still talking to the sideline official, so they had to wait just a second to start the clock. Here we go. Callister in the shotgun from his own end zone. It's over his head. Got picked up. I think that was Mack. And Mack made his way out of the end zone.
Well, impressive leap to keep it in play and then to take 2 or 3 defenders with him just to get out of the end zone.
Looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage, so a gain of 0 yards. No gain. 2nd and 10, still from the 2. Sabres still with a big opportunity here to make a big play.
This is a run. This is a run. This is a run with the 2-back.
Callister under center. And that looks like that was going to be, it sounds like that's Mack. Looks like it'll be a gain of about 8 out to the 10 for DeAndre Mack. 3rd down and 2 from the 10. This is a big 3rd down for the Sabres. You can get a stop here, maybe force a punt. Callister under center. It's going to go to Mack. He went left this time. Does look like he's got 1st down yardage. Looks like he's out to the 14, maybe the 15.
Let's go. That was the 1st down.
Looks like they're going to spot it at the 15, so that'll be a gain of 5 for Mack. 1st down and 10.
Tatum to squeeze and Joshua and Jameer contain.
Patriots going to left a little bit more. Oh, it's fumbled snap. And Callister's just going to fall on it back at his own 5. And so that'll be a loss of 10.
Same thing. Indy.
So I think that technically goes down, yeah, negative 10 rushing yards. It's college high school rules. Negative yards for the quarterback, even if it's a sack. Not quite as good a position as on their opponent's own 2, but second down and 20 is a good place to be.
Tell Jameer Joshua to contain.
They all gotta go.
Callister, oh, that's a nice penetration by the Sabres. Ashton Hill in the backfield for the tackle. And I think that was probably Parnell on the carry. So we got 3rd and 20 from the 5.
Tell him go cloud.
Again, we haven't seen Peoria Heights throw a lot of passes other than that Hail Mary at the end of the half.
Yep.
2 wide receivers right. They're just going to hand it off to Parnell. He's going to go up the middle. He's met by a host of Sabres. Gain of 6 for Parnell, but when it's 3rd and 20, you're happy to give up 6. That's fine. So it's 4th and 14. Have to expect a punt from Peoria Heights here. Maybe their first punt of the game. We've only had 1 punt all game. Horn's punt was not his best effort. So that looks like Jameer Woods going back to take the punt. Trying to figure out exactly how far he wants to go. Play clock's down to 4. I think they called the timeout, so we will take a quick timeout with them. We'll be right back with our punt from 4th and 14 in just a minute.
Have you been hurt? Are your medical bills skyrocketing? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law. They'll get you the compensation you deserve. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois.
If you're enjoying today's broadcast and are interested in becoming a supporter of Champaign County sports and you want your company's logo and commercial to be featured on our next broadcast, scan the QR code on the left to learn more. You can advertise for any or all of the fall and winter sports: football, volleyball, boys soccer, and boys and girls basketball. You can find our fall and winter schedule by clicking the QR code on the right. If you have questions, call or text Aaron at 630-921-1609 or email him at suratcoaching@gmail.com.
All right, welcome back. We've got 7:52 left here in this 3rd quarter. 4th and 14, Peoria Heights to punt. Again, it looks like Woods is back to receive it. And that's going to be over his head. It's going to come back a little bit. Ball's going to come dead at the 47. So let's do the math on that's a 32-yard punt. Not a bad effort.
That is, yeah, that's for high school football, especially for 8-man. That's, yeah, you would take that every time if you could get that.
But even with that good effort, STM is going to take possession, 1st and 10 from the Patriots' 47. So they'll start in Patriot territory with a chance to increase this lead.
So that felt like another situation where they kind of broke even. Like STM had a chance to really put it at them. They managed to get out there. STM didn't give them much on defense. So here we are, 50-ish yard line.
Krebs in motion.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
Little challenge on the exchange there between Horn and Kleesner. Kleesner falls on it. It's going to be a loss of 3. 2nd down and 13. So not quite the start that STM was looking for. And if I can count right, I think we've got too many men on the field.
Get Drew off the field.
Yeah, I count 9.
They got way too many.
Still 7 seconds left on the play clock, though. So Timeout, Sabres. So we'll take a short break and we'll be right back with them.
Bought a rental property. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Late night calls, rent collections, paperwork, all of it. Not what you thought. Neves Group Property Management wants to take away your stress. We specialize in residential property management in Champaign, Urbana, on and off campus, Rantoul, Mahomet, and surrounding communities. Visit our website at nevesgroup.com or give us a call at 217-377-8850. Let the professionals take over and take care of it all.
And Drew for Ashton.
And we're back. We've got 6:53 to play here in the third quarter. Sabres on top, 14-12. Had a little bit of confusion on who was supposed to be in there with about 7 seconds left before the play clock expired. Sabres called a timeout to make sure they had the right personnel that they wanted for this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
For this play. And we're making a couple more changes. Young was in for a second. Fulgione was in for a second. Now Fulgione's back out there. It looks like Sam Krebs at center now for the Sabres. Horn in the shotgun. Kleesner to his left. It's a pass. Oh, now he sees some space. Horn's going to take off with it. He breaks one tackle. He's got some space. He breaks another tackle. Breaks a third tackle. Gets down to the 30. 20-yard run for Sam Horn. Nothing better on 2nd and 13 than a 20-yard gain to give you a first down at the 30.
That's impressive. He sees that there's space for him. Lots of space there on that right side, so he takes it. That ball's dangling out there a little bit far from his body, a little bit more uncomfortable than for my liking. But
oh, and now it looks like Sam might have a cramp. So we'll take an official timeout here for an injury. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with a little bit more information.
When was the last time you had your teeth cleaned? Have you been grinding your teeth at night, or is your snoring keeping your partner awake at night? Book an appointment with CU Dentist for that dental checkup or to address your grinding or snoring. CU Dentists utilize state-of-the-art technology and cutting-edge techniques that give you the precise solution for your dental needs. With locations in Champaign on Springfield and Rantoul on Grove, CU Dentist can fit your busy schedule. Go to dentistchampaign.com to schedule your appointment today.
So that was Sam Horn coming off, and I heard some of his teammates calling for water, so one would presume that that means that's a cramp. I think I hear our coaches here saying that will put Sam Kleesner then in at quarterback. Trying to figure out personnel here a little bit. You lose your quarterback, that puts you in a tough spot. Yeah, and Sabres only have 7 players on the field, so we're going to get another timeout here for SD, and we're just going to keep it right here. Dave, I know our more of our experiences with basketball coaching. I don't think either of us ever actually coached football, but I would put losing your quarterback in the same situation as losing your point guard.
Yeah, or if maybe even worse, right? Because your quarterback has to touch it, but you've got 4 other guys on the floor who are, or girls, who would be accustomed to handling the ball in some capacity. Certainly your 2 or your small forward, but yeah, fortunately though, with someone as skilled as Kleesner, it feels like he'll be able to spell one. Maybe you have to take a snap back and maybe he just runs for what he can, but they just called a timeout here. I'm not familiar on high school football rules, but presumably that might allow Horn to re-enter the game.
Possibly, but I see him over there with his helmet still off, being checked out by the trainer. Again, that's going to be Kleesner at quarterback. I see Joshua Walker in the backfield with him, so he would be the second running back. Kleesner's going to keep it himself after the fake. That's going to be a nice gain. That's going to be a gain of about 5 for Sam Kleesner. It's going to be 2nd and 5 from the 25.
Second down and 5 for your Sabres.
Always like to see a start with a positive play after a situation like that. Just gives everybody on the team a little bit of confidence. Like, we can still do this even though QB1 is over on the sideline. Kleesner in the shotgun. Walker to his right. Nick Krebs out wide left. Fumbled snap. Kleesner did keep it. He was able to catch it and land on it, but he does lose 5 there, so it's going to be 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 is a tough spot to be in right here. Kleesner looks like he's coming over the side. Oh, he's just coming to get the play. He was holding his arm a little bit funny, so I thought maybe there was an injury situation there, but I think he was just, I think he's got one of those fancy play cards on his sheet that we see quarterbacks in the NFL. I think he was just trying to keep it from flapping around. 8 seconds on the play clock. Kleesner with the play. He's going to keep it. He's going to go right. Penetration. He's in trouble. He's going to get 2 yards on the keeper. Makes it 4th and 8 from the 28. This is a tough spot to be in. There's not a lot of great options. 4th and 8. Good news for Sabre fans, though, is Sam Horn is going back out there. Sabres get the men off the field. Horn now in at quarterback. 2 wide receivers left, 2 wide right. Horn, he's going to run with it. That calf must be feeling a little bit better. He's got 1 man to beat. He stays in bounds. He's going to get down to about the 14. They're going to mark him down at the 11. So a 17-yard gain for Sam Horn. Sam with rushes of 20 and 17 yards on this drive. Must have got that calf stretched out enough.
Must have, but I mean that's what we've been seeing out of Sam Horn tonight. Like he's not doing, he doesn't have to do exceptional every play, but when his team has needed it, he has given it to him.
So that makes it 1st and 10 from the 11. Just broke 4 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Sabres can get a 1st down without a touchdown. Horn in the shotgun. Kleesner to his left and gives it to Kleesner. Kleesner up the middle, dragging tacklers as he goes. Looks like he's going to get down to the 6. A gain of 5 for Sam Kleesner.
He doesn't have a lot of wasted energy. It's just right up the middle, kind of cannonballing through whatever they might try to put in front until 2 or 3 guys can get arms on him.
Although I think that was Sam hobbling off with, Sam Kleesner hobbled off with a little bit of an injury.
Ready.
So we got 10 seconds on the play clock. Sabres have their personnel, have their play. Horn, he's going to go back to pass. He's going to go right. Krebs had to go low to get it. And they're going to say it's incomplete and hit the ground. See I don't know if he's the back judge, but I'm going to call him the back judge. Signaling incomplete, so 3rd and 5.
But Sam spotted him wide open. It felt like screamed him from way up here, like get it out there, and just not quite enough so that he could catch it while still on his feet.
Well, let's be fair, that's a tough pass. Like,
absolutely, across
you don't want to overthrow him either.
Yeah.
3rd and 5. Sabres, big chance here to extend that lead. Oh, and it's going to be over Horn's head. And he's just going to fall on it at the Sabres 25. We're going to drop it at the 24. So that's technically a loss of 18. And snap was just way too high. There wasn't anything Sam could have done about that. I'm not sure Charlie Young gets that ball. So 4th and 24. 4th and 23 from the 24. Play clock down to 7. This might just be kind of a Hail Mary, throw it up toward the end zone. And we're going to have a motion penalty on the Sabres. I think that might have been Sam Kleesner who got a little bit of a head start. It was either him or J.P. Phillips. I saw movement to my left, but didn't catch exactly which number it was. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty back. The Sabres up to their 29, 4th and 28. Peoria Heights fans really getting into it right now. And here's Horn. He's going to roll left. He's going to go back to the middle. He's got to get rid of it. He gets it in the air. He's got a man in the open end zone, and it's Kleesner. And he caught it for a touchdown. on 4th and 28 from the 29.
And there's Horn again, just giving the team poise and control, not letting it get too carried away, whether they had 10 yards to go or 30 yards to go, and just stepped up through those two rushers, had two guys down there, but hit the shirt-handed Kleesner. Impressive.
Well, and, you know, you talked about it, and we talked about it. I talked about it in pregame. I had an email with Coach Matthews, and that was one of the things. He wanted to be quick and controlled on offense, and we saw both right there from Sam Horn. Now for the point after try. Kleesner's going to go right. It's going to be, oh, nice throw. Beautiful catch. I'm pretty sure that's J.P. Phillips. Now we're going to get a flag, some extracurriculars. But J.P. Phillips is going to get that point after try is going to be good.
Nice movement out of the pocket by Horn, too. Like a sweet little roll, very fluid, very professional.
And that's one of those moments where, for all the things that didn't go right on the opportunity before, worked out well. So, and I think what we got there with our extracurriculars, I think we're going to get unsportsmanlike on both teams, so we're going to end up with no net yardage. He did unsportsmanlike and pointed both ways, but we'll take a short break and we'll be back for the kickoff. Sabres on top, 22-12, 1:49 left to play in the third quarter.
We all have it. That list of things you want done around the house. Finding someone to do it is overwhelming, and you just don't want to be ripped off. Black Diamond Maintenance is your go-to honey-do list guy. Want that big mirror hung up? Bathroom refresh? Want a new coat of paint in the living room? We are your guy. The list of what we can do is endless. Champaign, Urbana, Rantoul, Mahomet, and surrounding communities. Give us a call for your free estimate. 217-216-8293. Let our guys be your guy.
And welcome back to Henneman Field, where the Sabres have extended that lead to 10 points with 1:49 left to play in the third quarter. Sam Horn to kick off for the Sabres. It's going to be kind of a shorter kick. Picked up on the run by Hetty. Hetty gets it up to about the 45. And that's where the Patriots will start their drive. See Sam Krebs back out there for the Sabres again. Looks a little gimpy. Kind of watching him at halftime. I actually think his is a calf cramp as well. He was down on the ground getting kind of stretched out. So hopefully Sam is able to give it a go for these last 13 minutes or so. Going to be Callister. He's going to go right to Mack. Mack evades the tackle. Now he's going back left. And all is said and done, it's going to be about an 8-yard gain for DeAndre Mack. Ashton Hill, the man who finally brought him to the ground for the Sabres. Ryan Roselle looks a little gimpy. Nick Krebs out there. Looks like Jameer Woods coming off. Callister to Mack. They're pushing that left side now. Going to be a gain of about 4. And a first down for the Patriots.
Good enough for a Patriots first down.
Just about 45 seconds left to play here in quarter number 3. Sabres probably like to keep them off the scoreboard here in the third quarter. Take a little break. Callister now, he's going to go out in the gun. He's flanked on both sides. Gave it to Mack. Bouncing off tacklers. I think that was Fulgione who had him for a second but couldn't quite bring him all the way down. And Mack's going to get down to the 38. Gain of 6. 2nd and 4. One last play before time expires in the third quarter. It's Mack again. He's going way right. Now he cuts it back. Oh, nice stick. I think that was Sam Horn. Read that perfectly. Came up and made a nice stop. Limits him to a gain of 2, and it'll be 3rd and 2 when we come back with fourth quarter action here at Henneman Field.
We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. It's not like anything you've seen. Yeah, you best believe. We are the answers to your dreams. We only guarantee. We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. You ain't seen nothing like this. You ain't seen nothing like this.
In sports, you always want to make the right decision. Good decisions lead to better plays, which leads to victory. When it comes to your garbage and recycling hauling, the right decision is Illini Recycling. Illini Recycling is also the reliable, local, family-owned choice. As longtime supporters of the High School of St. Thomas More, the Illini Recycling team is ready to serve your family's garbage and recycling hauling needs. If you haven't signed up already and live in Champaign, Savoy, Mahomet, or St. Joseph, head to their website, IlliniRecycling.com, to sign up. Good luck, Sabres!
And we're back with fourth quarter action. Sabres on top, 22-12 over the Patriots. We've got a 3rd and 2 from the 35.
Jungle.
And there's the signal to start the play clock. I don't know why we wound the clock there, but it went to Parnell. Parnell left. Nice gang tackling there at the end. We'll see the spot.
Parnell, the ball carrier.
Spot looks like it's going to be short of a first down.
Brought down by a host of Sabres, including number 2, Sam Horn, number 1, Alec
It'll
Holland.
be 4th.
Oh, they're
They're going to call it first down.
On
Yep.
the side here.
So, gain of 2 for Parnell.
But not before. He picked up a first down.
Tank, jungle.
Still a nice job by the Sabres there.
Mm-hmm.
Those chunk plays are starting to go away just a little bit. Callister. It's going to be over his head.
Get the ball.
He falls on it. That's going to be a big loss.
Covered by number 25, Maddox Callister.
Go Tank.
10.
25. Loss of 9, I think.
Yep.
No, that math isn't mathing.
Loss of about 13 on the play.
12. Loss of 12. Started from the 32. Now we're back at the 44.
No, Tank Cloud.
Sabres now need to take advantage. Force the punt, force the turnover. Callister in the shotgun. Gonna the
on the
ball
floor.
down on the ground again. Parnell was able to fall right on top of it.
It's a definite pass right now. It's a definite pass.
Parnell covers the fumble, loss of 1.
It'll be a loss.
Bring up 3rd and long for the Patriots.
I'm gonna call that a loss of 3. Now we got 3rd and 22.
Here, Sabres fans.
That's not right. Yeah. 3rd and 25. That's what I see. Callister in the gun hasn't passed very much. Go to the right side to Mack. Nice Strustein tackle there.
DeAndre Mack,
I
the
think
ball
that's
carrier.
Jameer Woods.
Shoestring tackle by number 6, Jameer Woods. Brings him
Nice
down
job by
short.
Woods.
This is for sure pass.
Still a gain of 7
4th down and
for Mack, but that's a play in the first half. 17, not 7. So nice job by Woods. Sets up 4th down.
Going for the punt.
4th down and about 18.
Yeah. Go to jungle. Cloud, jungle. Tank, cloud, jungle.
Feels like this has to be a pass for Peoria Heights.
Pass!
And it is going to be a pass. That's going to be too high. Charles Anderson was the intended target, but it falls incomplete. It was just too far for Callister. That'll be a turnover on downs. That'll lead to the Sabres taking possession at their own 40.
I think you had said it maybe in the maybe we were in the timeout. But STM seems to be getting rid of the bigger chunks. And, yeah, just looking quick down at the stat sheet, no double-digit gains by Peoria Heights so far in the second half. We've got like 5, 4, 8, 6, but STM doing just enough that they've gotten 2 turnover on downs here.
Oh, 9:05 to play. Moved a little bit early there. Peoria Heights, that was Caden Bowles who came across the line.
Coach, we got 9.
We also got 9. We have 9. Get Yash. Wait.
So that offsides penalty will set up 1st and 5 for the Sabres. 2 wide receivers right.
Okay, that's good.
Horn in the backfield with Kleesner. Horn, high snap, it gets it to Kleesner. Kleesner, again, just taking tacklers with him, gain of 4. It's going to make it 2nd and 1. Play caller's favorite place to call a play, 2nd and 1. Because almost everything's a good answer. But looks like Kleesner might have stayed down. But now he pops up. But he is going to hop over to the sideline there. And he hopped up quick enough that we're not going to have a injury timeout. We're saying to wind the clock. There we go. 14 seconds on the play clock.
Hey, ready.
Get Joshua off the. Is Joshua still on the field right now? No, he's not.
Oh.
No.
That's one of those situations where everybody knew the play call, but the center. Everybody else moves, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty for the Sabres. Going to move it back to the 44.
They should be both in Tennessee right now. Get Joshua off the field. Get Braden on the field.
And 2nd and 6 for the Sabres after all of that. 2nd and 6. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout for the Sabres. Just feels a little disorganized right now, so we'll let them get organized and we'll be right back.
People talk about their car being totaled. What about the driver? Are they totaled too? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law, and they're not going to let the insurance company total you out. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois.
And we're back. 8:23 left to play. Sabres 2nd and 6 from their own 44. Snap handoff to Kleesner. He's got a little bit of space. He's only able to get 1.
I thought Braden
Nice.
was already in there.
Nice gang tackling there by Peoria Heights. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Conversion here would feel big. Light to bleed off another couple of minutes off of the clock. With a 2-score advantage. The clock is your friend.
Yeah, I thought Braden was already in Tennessee. That's why. That's my fault.
Sabres taking a little bit of time to get the play call here. Get everybody organized. Have to avoid a false start. From Krebs. He's got 10, 15, 17-yard gain for Sam Horn. Talked about it all game. When STM needs a big play, you know whose name.
The first 2, that looked really slick. They had 2 of those the guys on the line go after him, and that just left him everything on the left side.
Let's actually call it a gain of 18. It looks like they're marking that down at the 37. Charlie Young into the game. It feels like this might be a special package type play. And it's a run to the right for Kleesner. So a little bit of trickeration by the Sabres there. Put Charlie in and kind of expect him to run behind him, but he ran right instead. Be a gain of 3, I think we'll call that. Down to the 34. And this feels like we'll run the play clock down as far as we can. Also want to make sure we get the right play call, right personnel. Play clock's down to 5 now, though, and we're not set. Down to 2. They got it off just in time. It's a run by Kleesner. He just keeps pushing. I think he's going to get 2. We'll call it 3. From the 34 down to the, no, 2. 2 yards for Kleesner down to the 32. Be 3rd and 5. Crossed under 6 minutes to play. Again, some wholesale changes for the Sabres. Oh, there's going to be a flag there. They blew the, we hear some coaches, maybe you can hear some coaches wanting that penalty to blow the clock dead, but
yeah, it was Ashton Hill was not lined up. He was still coming out onto the field, hadn't quite stepped in.
But as far as I know, that's an illegal motion penalty, which doesn't get blown dead like a false start would. So I think the officials had the right call there. And so we're going to get a 5-yard illegal motion penalty. Should make it 3rd and about 10. Maybe 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 backs it up to the 36 for the Sabres. Clock is wound. Horn hands it off. It's Kleesner. Kleesner is going to get about 2 and lost his helmet in the process. So I think that means he has to come off for a play. And here he comes. And in goes Joshua Walker. Again, he seems to be that second running back if Kleesner's not in the game or if he's at quarterback. Got J.P. Phillips in there. This feels like a passing play on 4th and 6 from the 34. Ooh. 2 wide receivers left, 2 right. It's definitely a pass. Nobody in the backfield with Horn, but he breaks contain. Oh, unfortunate. He saw what we saw. The DBs came up and he had Joshua Walker open, but Horn on the run wasn't able to complete that pass. It was a little bit low and it kind of skipped in. Walker didn't really have a good chance to make that catch. It'll be a turnover on downs for the Sabres. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Peoria Heights. They're going to start this drive from their own 34.
Though it doesn't result in a score, that was still a moderately good offensive charge where they were able to milk a lot of clock. They kept possession. They had, a couple guys come out with cramps or injuries now and then, but otherwise controlled the ball for a significant amount of time. So all the pressure's on Peoria now.
Absolutely. Callister under center. It's going to go to Mack. Mack, he's going to be tackled by Fulgioni. Fulgioni did a nice job. He got out there a little bit faster than he did on some of those earlier plays. Holds Mack to about a 4-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 6. I think that's the play that you were looking for Joey to make in the first half, right?
Mm-hmm. And holds on to him, tries to wrangle him down. A second player, but gave the opportunity that if we had a linebacker or somebody come in, they could have gotten a second guy. But great job keeping him inbounds, too, so that the clock keeps running.
And it's going to be handed off to Mack, and that looked like a hold to me, but I'm not. At the end, That was
All
Mack,
right.
and it's going to be a recovery by the Sabres. I didn't see who came up with it, but
Ben Horn getting a lot of coach, so it might have been him.
he may have been the one who forced
Or
the
Sam
fumble.
Horn, rather. Oh,
Ben,
yes, yes,
Sam,
yes.
horns. You know, we got horns everywhere. We got horns in the concession stand, horns on the football field.
Shout out to older brother, an outstanding wide receiver and special teams player for STM in his day here.
Anyway, you slice it, though. It's Sabres ball on the Patriots 43, 3:45, 22-12. You mentioned it, Dave, but bleeding clock, the last possession was a success, even if it wasn't a touchdown. And here's the question, was that arm coming forward? Is that an incomplete pass or a fumble? From my vantage point, I would have called it an incomplete pass, and that's what we're going to get an intentional grounding call. There was no receiver in the area, and he was in the pocket. And we've got a really good vantage point to hear our official. So it was intentional grounding, and it's a loss of down, and it's a loss of 5 yards, which makes this a big penalty. It was 1st and 10 from the Patriots 44. Now, we get it all the way back. It's going to be 2nd down from,
looks like about 27, 28 yards.
The Sabres 41. 15-yard penalty. Horn with a keeper. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. It's another big negative play. Horn is looking for a face mask. He's not going to get it. And I think we're going to get a Peoria Heights. Loss of 5 more on the sack. We'll be back in just a minute.
Is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Holy Cross Athletics. Holy Cross School is a faith-centered community fostering lives of service, integrity, and lifelong learning. Holy Cross has a legacy of faith and education to nurture today's learners for tomorrow's challenges. Holy Cross features a kindergarten readiness program for students as young as 3 through middle school and an aftercare program. Holy Cross is more than just a school, it's a community of believers supporting each child as they navigate life. We are Holy Cross.
And we're back. We got 3:27 left to play in quarter number 4. Sabres are on top 22-12. Tough spot on the field, though. 3rd and 31 from their own 34. A lot of work to do. The biggest thing here, Dave, even though we've had 2 negative plays in a row, we've avoided the turnover.
Absolutely.
And if you can avoid the turnover here, even if you punt it away on the next play, that's the outcome we're looking for.
Yeah, control the ball, try to control some clock here while you can, and then again, make Peoria do something to beat you. Don't do anything to beat yourself.
Horn, he's going to look to pass. He's going to go deep. Oh, he had Jameer Woods wide open. It was just a little bit tall. Woods, it might have been a little bit behind him too. Woods had to jump. It was a catchable ball, but it wasn't Sam Horn's best pass of the day.
No.
Brings up 4th down and 31. Now here's a question. Sam's first punt didn't go very well. Would you try to run a play or would you try to punt it here?
I think I'd still try to punt it here. I mean, his kickoffs have been fine, so I think you chalk up that one spin back to just an anomaly, but looks like they're going to play.
Horn, he's going to lob it up deep. He's got Woods. Oh, Woods just got turned around. He had the space. He had everything he needed. Just couldn't find the ball quite quick enough to track it over his left shoulder and got spun around. And unfortunately, it falls incomplete for the Sabres.
So nice look, nice draw up. Had everything they wanted on that one. And really the one before it, too, that went just over Woods' hands. But so 2 great chances given to them by Sam again. But again, this is still on Peoria to try to do something here. So if we see the same kind of defense we've seen here at the start of the second half, then Peoria just won't have enough time.
Plow.
All right, 1st and 10 from the Sabres, 34. 3:17 to play.
Jungle. Wedding.
Callister in the shotgun. Parnell there with him. They hand it off to Parnell, and he's met in the backfield by Ashton Hill.
Parnell, the ball carrier, met in the backfield by number 10.
Ashton Hill then held on, wrestled on the ground. No gain on the play.
That's what we're calling for. Let's see it. Let's see the line step up and slow them down.
And the bigger benefit, that clock is still running. We crossed under 3 minutes. Not a lot of pace here from Peoria Heights. Callister in the shotgun. It's going to be another pass. It's got pressure. It's
Oh,
deep.
nice.
Nice read. Woods wasn't able to catch the passes on offense, but tracked that one well enough. Didn't have to turn around. Got a hand on it, knocked it down. That pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, in this situation, you don't need turnovers in the air. Like, just keep knocking them down because, you know, if you're not sure-handed about it, going for the catch, you maybe just give the offense a second opportunity, a second hop in the air on that ball. So nice to just kind of like slap it forward.
That was a great call.
Nice job there by Woods. Makes it 3rd and 10. 10 and a half.
Andy.
Callister in the backfield with Parnell. It's got Burton left. Looks like Anderson and Mack to the right. Back to pass. He's going to throw it up there. Nobody home, though. Way out of bounds.
Callister's pass incomplete.
Pass falls incomplete. Makes it 4th and 10.
Brings up 4th down.
Still some time left, but if STM can get a stop here, I feel really good about the likely outcome here. We're trying to get that stretch in, make sure they're loose and limber for this 4th down play.
Looking at the same thing, hoping that they still focus on the task at hand. They're not praying for the clock to run down or end. You got to take each play, so suck it up and give them that energy you still got.
Trips left for Peoria Heights. Looks like Burton, Mack, and Anderson here left. And they're going to throw it up. Oh, that could have been all kinds of things called there, but what we're going to have is a pass that just falls incomplete. There was nice coverage there by Joshua Walker. A little bit of contact, but not enough to draw a penalty.
No. And the ball was off a bit. Like, that wasn't anything that, unless he doubled back, was going to have either of them were going to have a chance for.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was uncatchable, and that's why we don't get the penalty there. And so the Sabres take over, turnover on downs. 1st and 10 from their own 34. 2:20 left to play. 2 first downs would cement this for the Sabres. Horn in the backfield with Kleesner. It's going to be a handoff to Kleesner. He's going to go left. He's going to pick up about 2 yards, maybe 3. We'll call it 3 based on the spot.
2nd down, 8 for your Sabres.
Out to the 37. 2nd down and 7. Sabres happy to just let that play clock wind down, let the game clock wind down. Play clock is at 12.
They had ready.
Krebs in motion left. Ooh. Kind of a bobbly snap, but they get it to Kleesner. Kleesner gets some space. He's got a 1st down out to the 49. A gain of 12. I think Peoria Heights might still have 2 timeouts left, so I don't know that it's officially over. But they also did not call a timeout there. So that might be ball game, folks. Looks like Kleesner is headed up into a victory formation. Minute 12 left to play. 10 seconds on the play clock. He's going to take a knee there. Minute 5.
Great conversation.
Thank you. And we're down under 1 minute left to play. 35 seconds left on the play clock, so they do have to snap it one more time. Technically, that goes down as a loss of 1 for Sam, unfortunately. It's a bummer. They'll kneel it one more time, and that will do it, folks. Now we've broken 40 seconds on the play clock. They could snap it here at any point. And there's the snap. And again, that'll be technically a 1 more yard loss on the play for Sam Horn, but that is a victory for your Sabres. Final score, Sabres 22, Patriots 12. A little bit of shakiness in the second Sabres, but a really nice performance overall. We will take a short break. We'll be back with our final stats and numbers, and we'll wish you all a good night. So we'll be back in just a minute.
Have you been hurt? Are your medical bills skyrocketing? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law. They'll get you the compensation you deserve. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois.
If you're enjoying today's broadcast and are interested in becoming a supporter of Champaign County sports and you want your company's logo and commercial to be featured on our next broadcast, scan the QR code on the left to learn more. You can advertise for any or all of the fall and winter sports: football, volleyball, boys soccer, and boys and girls basketball. You can find our fall and winter schedule by clicking the QR code on the right. If you have questions, call or text Aaron at 630-921-1609 or email him at suratcoaching@gmail.com.
We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. It's not like anything you've seen. Yeah, you best believe. We are the answers to your dreams. We only guarantee. We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. You ain't seen nothing like this. You ain't seen nothing like this.
And welcome back to Hinneman Field. Again, that final score, your Sabres on top, 22-12 over the Patriots from Peoria Heights. Dave, run us through those numbers.
All right, well, for STM, we have Sam Horn finishing the night at quarterback with 112 passing yards on 5 receptions. 2 of those came from Krebs for 11 yards, 3 of them from Kleesner for 101. Most of that was in the first half, but again, that big pass in the second half, the 29-yarder to help score the additional touchdown. That was Kleesner's 3rd touchdown on the day. That passing touchdown gave him 3, 1 run, 2 passes, and gave the Sabres 22 points. We also had J.P. Phillips in there with a 2-point conversion on a pass. But Kleesner running on the ground 76 yards, Horn 60 yards, and I mean, if you take away the negatives from, just bad snaps and some of the sacks when maybe they weren't totally in sync, he's up around 100 yards, if you take those away. But those count towards him. Also for the Sabres, looks like we had 6 sacks on the night for the defense. And really, before we move over to Peoria, that was something we wanted to see, is what would they do in response to the halftime? Could they hold on to the Peoria Heights running backs? And yeah, in the second half, they did. We said that Mack had 106 in the first half. He finished with 145, so only got about half the yards he was accustomed to earlier. Parnell had 41 in the first half, only had 5 in the whole second half. Some of those came with some tackles for losses, but he finished with 46. So Peoria very efficient on the ground with almost 200 yards, but it was a story of 2 halves with the STM defense really holding strong. And we saw from Callister, he finished with 20 yards passing, and that all came on the 2 receptions in the first half. The STM defense really just did enough to not, Peoria didn't score any at all. And the STM offense really seemed to just hold steady with that control, backed by Sam Horn, doing exactly what the team needed at any given point in time.
Absolutely. I think you nailed it, Dave. A tale of two halves. STM really dominated in that second half. There were a couple of miscues. There were a couple of bad snaps, but when they needed an offensive play, Horn was there to make a play. When they needed plays on defense, that young defense stepped up in the second half. Again, Fulgione, he's a freshman. And so did he get beat a couple of times in the first half on those plays to the right? Yeah. Did he learn from it, though, and did he make a couple of really nice plays in the second half and cut down those chunk plays? Also, absolutely yes. So I think the Sabres are going to go home happy tonight. I think Coach Matthews is going to go home happy tonight. And I think we'll go home happy tonight.
Absolutely.
All right, folks, we thank you so much for joining us here on our first broadcast out of STM. I'm sure there were a couple of hiccups that maybe I don't even know about, but we thank you for being here. If you are interested in sponsoring the broadcast, reach out. Even if you're not, we'd love for you to watch and be here with us. Have a great night, and God bless.